Oh shit, this topic. It is heavy, man, but it's so important how to stop living with regret because it is literally killing you. And I'm going to give you three step ways on how I personally have gotten over a lot of regret these last few years. I am 26 right now, 27 soon. And I really just wanted to stop living with it. And I looked myself in the mirror and I said, I am done with this BS. I moved on and I want to share what I did with you. I honestly think, just getting right to it, I think every single person watching this can admit to having some regrets at some point in their lives, right? Whether that S not taking YouTube seriously enough like me, which I LL get into in a second, not taking that job offer, maybe that you always wanted, maybe not going to the gym, losing that 20 pounds, putting on the muscle, maybe even not buying Bitcoin 10 years ago before it boomed, right? As funny as that sounds, listen, we've all been there. But I have ways that I've personally gone over most of my regrets, and it's been one of the biggest weights lifted off my shoulders to be completely transparent. I've heard a ton of your guys' stories in the emails, the comments, and a bunch of your backgrounds, and I think seriously this could be one of my most valuable videos on just going into 2025 and how to remove that leech, that toxic just cancer from your life that is regret. So first off, I want to really talk about like you almost conditioned to think that regrets are just a normal part of your life, right? I learned this from teachers, from parents, family members. Like it's almost like, yeah, you just going to live with that and you going to have to sulk in your sorrows and that S just going to be it. I think that SBS, right? It doesn't have to be any of that if you know what you redoing. And I mean, even as far as like sports is a really common one, I know. I am probably going to get some hate comments saying like, oh, that doesn't make any sense. I am not in my 20s anymore. I can't go play pro football. It's like, no, of course you can, obviously, but you can make content about football. You can go become that football coach in the high school or the local community if you really wanted to be that involved. It's like there are S ways that you can be involved, and I want to get into that in just a second. Right, so for me personally, this is a story about my younger self. I really regretted not taking YouTube seriously enough. Funnily enough, the exact same capture card that I am using right now. On my Xbox 360 I had in 2013 when my dad originally got it for me, and not taking it seriously has just fizzled away recently. Because as you can see, I am now finally being consistent. But even though I didn't make the best videos, I strongly believe you can get away with just, about anything back then in 2013. You could have blown up for talking about the most random BS. And back then I was actually getting some traction. I was actually staying pretty consistent for the most part. But then my grades and everything just started falling off a cliff. I mean, just crashing, and my dad had taken away the internet connection because of the marks, and he's like, dude, you not doing anything until you get your marks back up. This is ridiculous. So him and I fought for so many years on this, and just up until recently, believe it or not, in the last few years, I always held a mini grudge, just thinking in the back of my mind, what if I took some of that more seriously and just found a way with like a hotspot or going to a friend's house to upload videos, and always thinking like their S not really, much I could have changed in that moment, but just literally what if, right? And I mean, it's just funny, always that mini grudge that I was always holding, and the quotes, I guess we LL never know. And then of course, fast forward from even 2013 to 2023, then last year, look at the creator economy, look at how much it boomed. We always talk about it at dinners and stuff. It's like, man, I kind of apologize to you, son, who would have known like this would have happened. I just was looking out for your best interest and all this kind of stuff. And that was very true. So I just literally, like I said, recently got over this, but I'm going to tell you obviously what I'm doing now to move past all of this. First things first though, number one, you need to come to terms with it. Okay, I did this recently to myself saying, yes, does this suck that it happened? Does it suck that I didn't take it more seriously? And the best time to start doing content was 10 years. 10 years ago, 100%. Okay, I'd be lying to myself if I didn't say that, but you know what? The second best time to start is today, right? BS now. People are still killing it. People are growing crazy. If anything, the algorithm actually favors new creators today more than it did 10 years ago. People are making crap loads of money. So it's like, why would I sulk about it now, right? So step number one, mentally check yourself and say, yes, even though I was right, I was bang on. I should have bought Bitcoin 10 years ago. I should have started that YouTube channel, that business 10 years ago. But you still have a chance. There will always be that chance right now. This goes right into step number two, take action on that chance. None of this means anything if you just think about it and cry about it if you're not going to take action, right? What's crazier is sometimes even to this day, we psych ourselves out. You think in that moment, it's like, oh my God, what if you look at the price index of Bitcoin or whatever, and you almost paralyze yourself by thinking, well, now it's even more late. I guess I can do anything about it now, and you almost screw yourself out of it again, dude. It is never too late. Okay, opportunities are always going to exist. It's just a matter of how many of them you want to take. I know that sounds cliche. I know it sounds silly, but it is so goddamn true, right? This is why I can stand the gurus who go buy now is your last chance. It S your final chance. It S to do this all just to sell you a program that is not true whatsoever, and I will die on that hill forever. There will always be money circulating this economy. Okay, that will always be up for grabs no matter how bad you want it or how bad the outside may seem. There will be trillions of dollars circling this world. It's just a matter of how much you want to grab, right? So my point there is keep swinging in that damn bat as many times as you possibly can. Just try stuff. One of the swings will be the home run, but you going to miss everything if you don't take any shots anyways, right? And obviously take everything with a grain of salt. Don't go blowing your life savings. Don't go investing 100% of your funds to have no emergency fund. Don't be stupid, especially if you got kids or other responsibilities. It's like, be careful, but do go start investing a portion of your paycheck. Now go do start that business that isn't really cost intensive. Don't invest tens of thousands, maybe invest a couple $100 or $1,000. Set yourself a budget and set up your domains or set up your website or your client outreach and see how many clients you can pick off, or literally whip out your phone and just start making content, start making YouTube videos. Who gives a F? Nobody's going to care if it US perfect. This is another thing, almost a side note. Perfection is holding you back, man, right? The scrappier you get, the better. I know it sounds almost counterintuitive, it sounds silly, but sometimes being scrappier, it's way more relatable, right? On an iPhone camera or a choppy mic. One of the biggest comments that I got on my very first video was like, dude, your mic is really crappy, but it's as weird as this may sound. I kind of relate to you more because of it. It's almost like imperfection, and I feel almost more on your level rather than you talking down to me. So I really appreciate that, and that means a lot. So, just start, man, who cares? Your videos will get better. You're going to get better with motion, and you're going to progress that way. You need to do it. Okay. Side note on this, actually, my next 2 upcoming videos will be business related, and these will be businesses to start that I would do if I had to start from scratch from $0 right now. These would be the things that I would take advantage of in today's, day and age. So subscribe for those. Keep an eye out. It's going to be happening in the next couple of days, and that kind of just goes right into. Number 3, keep up with your word. Okay, make some type of consistent schedule at this stage until you really rolling. You need to get as far away as humanly possible from that little stupid voice in your head telling you to stop or saying, hey man, it's going to happen again. You're just going to fall off. It's not worth it. You don't need to start this. You may as well just stop right now. F that voice. Okay, get it out of your head. It is a cancer. You need to get as far away from that as you possibly can. It was very difficult for me in the beginning, trust me. But once I started seeing some traction, or better yet, I almost tricked my mind to say, dude, no matter what you tell me inside my little head, nothing's going to stop me from just posting videos. And I know this sounds funny, even when I just upload, just seeing that upload tracker, be 100% complete, and finally seeing a video uploaded on my behalf, even though nobody was watching it. It felt amazing because I could prove it to my younger self that I could do this, right? That I didn't need to procrastinate and do all this kind of stuff. That's another side video that I might make, is how procrastination costed me millions, especially in my mid-20s. I could have made so much more money if I had just taken that more seriously. So anyways, not to ramble on or yap on too much, but this, again, regrets only exist because you still living in the past to keep them alive, and by doing that, you sacrificing living in the now, even in the today. The past is gone. It doesn't exist anymore, so leave it there, right? Move on to today. Right now for your future self, and I promise you it's going to work. You're going to thank yourself, right? The other thing I'm thinking about, I saw this comment and it made me smile. Go make your younger self proud. I had someone saying, dude, your younger self, would you be so happy right now? And I really am. Go back and shake your 15, 16, 17-year-old's hand and say, I did this just for us. I did this for you. And now I am proving it. Right? No more what ifs. In 2025, I want you to do whatever the hell you've been putting off for the last 5 to 10 years. Please do it for me. I mean that, and this goes into my last question. My one question for you is, what do you regret? Give me anything from childhood to recent years to personal to business. Doesn't matter. I don't care. I am genuinely curious. Leave it below, and I am really interested to hear that. So as always, if you made it this far, I want you to win. Subscribe to see those 2 business videos coming out in the next couple days, and we see you then. Peace.